Order the virtual special village board meeting agenda. Janelle, you are set to record, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Can you do roll call, Janelle?
Sashki,
Here?
Baker,
Here.
Bell. He's not here yet. Bertle,
Here.
Duffy,
Here.
Kadunko,
Here.
and Nino.
Here.
Okay, anyone interested in reciting along with us in the Pledge of Allegiance? We'll start on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance
Flag
to the flag
of the
United States of
America,
and
and
to
to
the
the
republic
republic for which it stands,
stands one
one
nation,
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 under God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty and justice for all.
justice for all.
and justice for all.
We have a motion to approve the agenda as published.
Make the
Well, you
motion.
want to amend the agenda, Rob? It should be resolution 269, 469 and not 468.
Correct. Okay.
I'll move.
So I will motion that we approve the agenda, including the amendment or the change to resolution number 469 as noted.
I'll make the motion as amended.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Baker, second by Kadanko. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Do we have any comments, correspondence, or concerns from the public on a non-agenda item this evening?
Not, well, there's one letter in your packets. That's a letter from Dave Lino. Do you want me to summarize it?
That would be wonderful, Janelle. Thank you.
Okay, there was a letter that was received from Dave Lino, the chair of the Door County Board of Supervisors. In that letter, Mr. Lino indicates that all of the communities in the state of Wisconsin, including Door County, have been provided an allocation of the American Recovery Funds. But before any of the respective dollars are spent, he would like to conduct a meeting of representatives of all the municipalities in the county to see if it would be possible for everyone to collaborate on some major projects such as housing, daycare, and the provision of broadband services. If that happens, the meeting probably would take place sometime in November.
And he asked that we do not take any action on spending the ARA dollars until we have a chance to meet.
Yeah.
Thank you. New business items. Item number 1, discussion regarding resolution number 469-100521 that approves the Door County Supervisory District Boundary Plan for the Village of Sister Bay and establishes 2 voting wards. Consider a motion for action if appropriate.
Well, thank you for having this special meeting to look over this plan. There is a deadline of October 18th to get this back to the county. And our regular board meeting wasn't until the 19th. So we're looking at this evening. I did put a little report in the packet along with the map. Sister Bay has jumped to 1,148 people. So I don't know where they all are, but they haven't registered to vote yet. Does anyone have questions on the maps? Denise?
I do. I was just curious, and I don't know without Dave being here if you have the answers to these, is what is the population of each ward? How close are they?
It has to be around 13 to 1400 if I remember correctly. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's in that range.
Well, I thought that I read in the report that a ward couldn't have over 1,000 people in it.
Like 1,030 or 1,028 or something like that.
Because we have more than 1,000 people in our village of under 10,000 persons, a ward can't be less than 300 nor more than 1,000.
Right. So I was wondering in each of the wards now, what is the population of each ward?
Oh, sorry, I didn't bring that home with me.
Okay.
One of them is 467, I think, if I remember my little Post-it note. But I had those figures. Oh, here we go. 477 and 671. So ward, and I didn't write down which ward was which. Oh, Ward 2 would have 477 people and Ward 1 has 671.
And who drew the wards?
Census folks, and then they forward them on to the county. We have no say in how those were drawn.
Right, so it was the census, it wasn't the county or anybody else?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
some big computer program that they plugged all the numbers into and then they split the county based on those averaged size, population sizes of 13 to 1400 per district, I should say.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Heidi, does Dave have to move or does he get to stay in his house?
If he chooses to stay in his house and run for supervisor, he'll be in District 19. There currently is no one in District 20. He doesn't know if he wants to do that or not.
No.
So, if anyone in Sister Bay wants to run for county supervisor for District 20, it would be to our benefit. In speaking with Randy Nesbitt, he said, Sister Bay is so small in that supervisory ward 20 that it kind of dilutes our voice a little bit at the county level, especially if the supervisor for that district is not from the village of Sister Bay.
My understanding is for anyone who runs and gets elected, they'll be assigned to a minimum of 4 committees at the county level, if not 5. And that essentially those will be committees that you're meeting once a week or more based on that monthly frequency of those meetings. It's the way it was explained to me, FYI. I have one question for you, Heidi, on your excellent summary, where you say you don't anticipate the division will have too great an impact on elections. I'm curious, do we know if, for instance, when the polls are set up and it's election day, in the past where you would just go into the fire station, get your ballot and then move to whatever sheltered location of your choice, will those sheltered voting areas be segregated by district or no?
No, it's just going to be a general room. When you come in for the first election in April, which will be the one where we'll have to vote by wards, individuals will be given a tag or a mark of some kind to show which ward they're in. They'll go up to the poll table. We'll still just have the one sign-in table so that the poll workers can pull out the correct book and have them sign in the correct book. So they'll each get their own separate ballot, but then you sit anywhere in the room. Everything goes in the same tabulating machine.
So it appears we're looking for a motion to approve the new ward boundary plan as noted, correct?
Yes.
I have a question here, Heidi. What if we
Okay.
don't approve it? I'm not saying we're not going to, but like, why does this even have to come to us? Is this something we could say, no, we don't like these boundaries, we want them to be different?
There's really nothing we can do. No, I asked Jill Lau that at the county and it's a formality, but there's really nothing we can do.
I was gonna ask the same question.
I guess then, and again, I'm not saying I don't want to do this, but I'm saying what happens if we don't approve it?
You'll have to ask Dave. I'm not sure. This is my first experience with redistricting.
I'll send Dave a text. I'll say, we didn't approve it. What happens now?
Please do. That would be fun.
Yeah,
Yes. All right. And right after that, I'll make a motion that we approve
I'll second.
as presented.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, consider a motion to convene into executive session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851E to deliberate or negotiate the purchase of public properties, the investment of public funds, or conduct other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, and Wisconsin statute 19.851G to confer with legal counsel for the government body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved, and pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. For public clarification, further identified as discussion regarding the sale of Village of Sister Bay parcel number 181510003 and review of related legal documentation, and discussion regarding the replacement of the village administrator. I motion that we move into closed session.
A second.
Roll call. Janelle,
Bertle,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
Peduncle,
Yes.
Nino,
Yes.
Bell,
Yes.
and Zashki.
yes. Okay, we are now in closed session.
Diane, if you don't mind, I'm going to put you in the waiting room while we discuss the other business first, and then I'll invite you back in.